Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q2 of the weekly contest for 15 maximum multiplication score. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. Yeah. So this one is kind of a tricky one. Especially for Q2, honestly, it's a pretty hard Q2 if you haven't done similar problem. There might even be different ways of doing this one. I don't know, honestly, because I solved this honestly relatively quickly, but because I just used dynamic programming. And what are the states, right? Well, yeah, the key thing is noting that a.length is only 4, so that means that if you do something that's 4 times length of b or n or whatever, if you want to call it that, then it should be pretty straightforward. And that's pretty much how the dynamic programming is set up. Here we use cache, but the indexes are pretty straightforward. We have index A and index B denoting index of A and index of B. And this is kind of a classic matching thing. The constraint makes it so that it's easier to kind of think about, but you can actually, as long as A times the length of A times the length of B is fast enough, you can do something similar. But yeah, so here we just have a classic take no take, right? So this is actually the no take. So this is no take. If we no take, we skip the B element and we keep the A. Otherwise, we do take, and when we do take, we use up the A by adding this score to it, which is what they want in here. And keeping in mind that you have to do the B part in order and A part, I suppose. So yeah, so that is why this works. So what is the complexity here, right? Index of A can go from 0 to 4. Maybe you could call it A, doesn't really matter. Index of B can go from 0 to N or NB maybe. So yeah. And each of them, we do all of one operation of take, no take. I highlighted the wrong thing, but you get the idea. So yeah, so that means that total time is going to be O of NA times NB, which in this case is just going to be 4 times NB or whatever. Yeah. Because each input takes O of one time, because these are just lookup in a memorization amortized. So yeah. As I said, this is for Q2. This is actually pretty tricky. I think this is, I wouldn't say this is a hard Q2, but it is a very particular Q2. And what I mean by that is that if you know it, you know, you can do this very quickly as you saw. But if you don't know it, you may, you know. But this is I think honestly though, this is a common and basic dynamic programming problem. I'm relatively sure there are similar problems on Leetcode itself, maybe framed a little bit differently with different whatever, maybe the operation is a little bit different, but the idea, the structure is more or less the same. So definitely I would expect to be pretty prepared. That said, like I said, if you didn't know it, then it's very hard to come up with. But it is a little bit tricky for Q2 for that reason. But yeah, like if I were to grade it, maybe it's a Q2.5 nowadays. But so a harder Q2, but for Q3 it would be pretty much on the easy side for sure. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and you can watch me solve it live during the contest now. Alright. I mean, yeah. Wasted 3 seconds though, but it's okay. 4 and at least 4 indexes such that in B so 3 times the first number plus, okay. Terrible naming, but okay, fine. Alright, so then I just take no tick. I know it's only 4, it's fine. That means we're not finished, so we want to return negative infinity. And then just return What? Int object not editable. Nope. If it times out, I'll be sad, but it shouldn't time out. Okay. Whew. Okay, what's the difference between these two? Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest, this problem, this explanation, everything in between. Yeah, stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.